innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Thank you, Mr. Drew Brees. He is correct. It is indeed New Orleans, Louisiana. It's Christmas week. Yeah, you're right. Merry Christmas, everyone. Got a good one lined up for you. 2 big hours coming your way. Thanks for checking us out on the radio. Yeah, you right. Oh, so fine. 93.9 FM. That's right. Oh, so fine. 93.9 FM. Make it one of your presets. Learn it, love it, live it. You can also check us out on the other side of the FM dial. 107.9 FM. New Orleans' own 107.9 FM. You old schoolers, we're on the AM side of the dial still, like 4 different radio stations. 1560 AM, also AM 600, which is this sneaky little powerful AM signal. Goes from like Baton Rouge to Pensacola, Florida. Now, don't ask me how this works. But the lower the frequency on the AM dial, the power is increased. Like if you have a station that has a 1,000-watt transmitter at 1,000 AM, and you have a station that has a 1,000-watt transmitter at 600 AM, the 600 AM signal goes farther than the 1,000. The lower the, so I don't know. I don't understand that. And I don't understand this either. If you add up like, I think, what is it? If you take like 1560 AM, which is local in town, and you subtract 990 AM from 1560, I think it adds up to 870 AM, and that 870 will interfere on those stations sometimes because the numbers add up. I mean, it's AM is a mystery to me, and I've been working in it on and off for 30 years. It's just unbelievable. The signal hugs the earth. It travels a lot farther. An FM signal, it's all about tower height and power, where sort of like an umbrella, it just comes off the top of the tower and bleeds down. An AM signal sort of bounces in between the clouds and the atmosphere and the earth and goes a longer way. Anyway, getting back to 600 AM, sneaky little powerful signal from like Baton Rouge to Pensacola, Florida. And we're on television. Cox Television, still the number one TV provider in the state. So many options, and Cox is still number one. I'm on Cox Channel 4, weekday afternoons at 4. In New Orleans, in Baton Rouge, in Lafayette, wherever Cox Television is in Louisiana. Spectrum, a.k.a. Charter, all over Louisiana. Spectrum Channel 333. 333. In Slidell, in Covington, in Mandeville. That's Trayen Gallagher's 527 country, Mandeville. Hammond, Homa, Thibodaux, Opelousas. And yeah, we finally catching up social media-wise. Took a while. You can check us out live every day on Twitter. Follow me at Corey Johnson on Twitter, and check out the program every weekday afternoon from 4 to 6. And you can check us out every day live on YouTube. Click to subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Neutral Ground with Corey Johnson. Also, Spotify after the fact, the podcast usually posts a little after 6 p.m. weekdays. You can check us out on Spotify. And short clips all over the place. 5 major social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and the aforementioned YouTube and X, Twitter. It's all on the website, CoreyTalks.com. CoreyTalks.com. Hey, the 4 o'clock hour this afternoon brought to you by Art and Eyes on Magazine. You can still get around uptown New Orleans via like Napoleon, Louisiana, and head towards the river and get to Magazine. And in between Napoleon and Louisiana, on the riverside of Magazine, about a block from Lillet Restaurant, Art and Eyes, eyewear that's as unique as you, an incredible eyewear boutique. You want something that everybody else has? Chinese-made garbage, stuff that's just going to fade. It's going to fall apart in a year or two. Going to go get it again. Go to the mall. Go to the chain store from all around the country. Go get some junk from, Luxottica. Google that. Now, all these name brands that I grew up with that I love, like, Oakley, Ray-Ban, Persol. I loved all these name brands. They're all part of Luxottica now. Like Ray-Ban, Chinese junk from Luxottica. You want that stuff? Go get it. You want eyewear that's as unique as you? Art and Eyes on Magazine. Now, I get a new eyewear prescription. I have prescription lenses about every 3-4 years. And about 3 or 4 years ago, when I got my latest update, I was like, I'm tired of, what I just mentioned. Luxottica, the strip malls, the chain stores, getting eyewear that everybody else has. So I literally went to Google. I was like, New Orleans high-end eyewear shop, eyeglasses shop. Art and Eyes popped up. And since then, I've purchased about 6 to 8 pairs, maybe 10 pairs of glasses from Art and Eyes. Prescription sunglasses, regular prescription glasses. These frames about 3 months old. Got them from Art and Eyes on Magazine. Now it's Christmas time. You need that last gift that makes it complete. You're looking for that unique last gift that puts it over the top. Go get him or go get her some designer, high-end, super high quality sunglasses from Art and Eyes on Magazine. All different price points. You can spend a couple of $100. You can spend like $1,200-$1,500 if you're getting some high quality sunglass frames and a prescription lens. No, it's the best in the world. But they've got stuff starting at a few $100, $300, $400, $500, all super high quality, all unique, designer driven. No one else has this stuff. Art and Eyes on Magazine, easy to get to. Got what you want. Eyeglasses, sunglasses for him or her from Art and Eyes on Magazine. Great stocking stuffer and more. Boy, speaking of can get around and make it to Art and Eyes on Magazine, I said via Napoleon or Louisiana to Magazine. Boy, I was over by Lakeside today. That's a no-no. Unless you have to knock out Christmas shopping, unless you have to go. Otherwise, I would avoid the area. And folks maybe like that take the Causeway home, maybe get off at Bonneville and go Bonneville to West Esplanade to Causeway to get on the Causeway Bridge to go to the North Shore, to head to Trey Yen, Gallagher's 527 country. Because the usual route you might take, I-10 to Causeway, is going to be a lot of traffic there. Like traffic was backed up before the Causeway overpass right there. And you're taking that elevated exit right into traffic. Like the elevated exit has traffic on it. So you're coming down onto that overpass, which is loaded with traffic. And not just traffic, folks trying to get over to 17th Street in the left lane. There's so much traffic that folks are like, I'm going to go Now that I got caught in this, I'm not going to go 17th Street. I'm going to go to West Esplanade and go around. So Causeway is very, congested. Vets at Causeway, Lakeside. I mean, I don't know if a lot of folks realize this or not. I think we know Lakeside's a successful mall when so many malls have closed. I mean, the Plaza has come and gone. The Plaza opened like 15 years after Lakeside. The Plaza's been closed for 20 years. Lakeside still rocking and rolling. Bell Promenade on the West Bank, opened and closed. Oakwood Mall on the West Bank, hanging on. Clearview down the street, reimagined, doing well. A lot of malls, Slidell, that mall's struggling. Esplanade Mall in Kenner, non-existent. Got a Target there and Dillard's, sort of thrift shop type thing for Dillard's or something. So a lot of malls have struggled. Lakeside Mall, the exact opposite, has not only not struggled, has prospered in a time where malls are really getting crushed. Lakeside Mall per square foot is one of the most successful, profitable malls in the South. And that includes malls in Dallas, Houston, and Atlanta, in Texas and Georgia. It's amazing the success of Lakeside Mall that, what is it? I always mess this up. Is it Feel or File? I think it's Feel, not File. Oh, boy, I'm going to have to Google it. Anyway, those folks that own Lakeside and Lakeway 3 and the Galleria and a lot of other stuff, property in Elmwood, property in New Orleans, they've done ridiculously well with Lakeside Mall and the surrounding area. I mean, last decade, Cheesecake Factory expansion, the Lee Michaels Jewelry, the Fleming Steakhouse. I mean, it just keeps going and going. Before that Macy's parking garage expansion. Lakeside Mall kicks butt and takes names. Anyway, unless you got to go by there to knock out last-minute Christmas shopping, I would avoid the area. Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday. Yeah, you're right. 77 and sunny. Next week, 30s and 40s.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab, Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe. If you gotta have a fence, you gotta see the Fence Man, a locally owned, fully insured fencing company serving the Metro New Orleans area for over 20 years. You gotta see the Fence Man, thefenceman-neworleans.com.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. Isn't it time to have that dream backyard you've always wanted? LGD Lawn and Landscapes can make it happen with artificial turf installation. Synthetic turf gives you the look and feel of natural grass. You get a beautiful lawn without the ongoing expenses of maintenance and no puddles, meaning you won't be tracking grass or dirt into the house. Let LGD come to your house and give you a free estimate. NOLALGD.com. Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Francesca Deli and Pizzeria has over 15 specialty sandwiches, a big 10-ounce burger, and some of the best pizza in New Orleans. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
In Metro New Orleans on 93.9 FM and 107.9 FM.
No, indeed, I don't want to be on the radio.
Corey Johnson.
Yeah, you right. Merry Christmas. And I said this yesterday. I'll repeat it again today. Just this crazy politically correct world. And it's on both sides. Like you say happy holidays and folks get offended. Like you're supposed to say Merry Christmas. You say Merry Christmas and folks get offended. You're supposed to say happy holidays. Both sides need to get over it. Anyone worrying about Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays has a problem. Seriously. I say both. And I don't even know which one I say. It's not like, oh, this group looks like they're not Christian. I'll say Happy Holidays to them. Oh, it's my Jewish friend. Christmas is on the 25th of December. I can't help it if you're a believer in Christ or not. It's Christmas. It's a big holiday in America like Thanksgiving or New Year. It's obviously has a religious connotation to it, but that's just how it is. There are other holidays. I mean, in the United States, do we not recognize Hanukkah? Or we just, you can say there's Hanukkah going on. In America, we don't recognize it. I don't think that's the case. Kwanzaa, whatever. A lot of Christians in America. It's just that's what it is. Doesn't need to be fixed or it's a problem. Don't need to call it something else. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas. That's Thursday. That's a fact. That's a fact. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. You can believe in Christ or not, and December 25th in the United States of America is Christmas Day. It's just how it is. It doesn't matter if you believe in God or not. No Jewish people in New York are bent about it. They go to their Chinese restaurant, are used to. Sure, things have changed a little bit in that regard. But, no Muslims are bent about it. I just don't get the Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday thing on both sides. I say both. Because the holiday is more than Christmas. It's New Year. We just got out of Thanksgiving, kind of staying in that spirit. And so the Christmas, New Year holiday thing, at least the vibe or feel, I don't know, starts like in the late teens in December, definitely around the 20th, and then goes all the way through like the 1st, 2nd, 3rd of January. Like kind of the holiday season. And then depending on where the day falls, I mean, New Year falls on like, Wednesday, Thursday. So it'll be like what? On that Monday, it'll be like the 4th or 5th by then. And that'll still be like the holiday season. So no, you folks that think I'm supposed to say Merry Christmas because I said Happy Holidays, wake up. And you folks that think I should say Happy Holidays because I said Merry Christmas to you, wake up. Come on. Merry Christmas. Happy Holidays, people. Get over it. It's crazy. Anyway. 77 degrees, sunny and nice. Yeah, 60s through 77 through like Monday. 60 when you wake up, 59, 60, 61 when you wake up in the morning on the South Shore, little cooler on the North Shore. And then we peak out around this or even a little lower for like the next week, 77 through Monday. Now, we get a chilly end to 2025. Monday through next Thursday, Monday leading into 2026, we start out with like high 30s and then just get to like 50s. So it'll be cool and crisp next week, very wintry feel. And right now we have very mild, almost, spring, summer, fall type weather. 77 degrees. I don't know. Somebody blowing like their snow machine to clear the driveway or, path to get out of their house right now. Scraping the windshield of ice so they can drive. I'll take 77, sunny and nice. Speaking of 77, 766-9480, 766-9480. That's the phone number to dial us up. Mario Brothers, a.k.a. Latin X, fielding your phone calls. Mario Brothers, I know this woman married, 5 kids. On her phone, because I was asking her, I was like, man, I'm the 5th kid. So it made me think about what my mom and dad had to deal with, but it's not 2025. I think the lists are a lot bigger today. I was like, man, 5 presents each kid, 10 presents each kid. Your husband's 50, 60, 75 presents. She shows me the list on the phone. Like the younger kids, they might have gotten a dozen things. And some might have been little small, like $1, $2, $3 item, but she had the list and all the check marks. And like 15 for like the first couple of kids, and it went down to maybe like a dozen for the third kid, and then like 10 each for the next ones. And the husband had about 6, 7 things. I was like, that's like a 75, 80, 90 gift list that she had to go through. And I'm not dogging her or anything. She's a sweet girl and, loves her kid and her husband, kids and her husband. And, I had to ask because I know she had 5 kids.
Man, that's something, man. And honestly, thinking back on it and like kind of my list for Santa when I was a little kid, like I'm very grateful to my parents and kind of impressed that they were able to get me like most of.
Oh no, me too. Me too. I remember the Tyco car set with the little thumb thing. You push the thumb in the cars and with the little slot.
Yeah.
They get electrified and zip around the track and the loop. I mean, my dad didn't buy me like one set. He bought me, I'll never forget this. He bought me like the set, and then he bought like some extra track parts, like the loops and stuff.
Nice. Yeah.
And then I had it set up. I'm not kidding you. Like on the 27th of December, he comes back with like another one, not to build separately, to integrate into the one I already had to have even, like I think he goes, I'm going to go get my boy a couple of more pieces of track.
There you go.
And then, like the track was $8 and the whole box of another set was 20. He's like, hell, I'll just buy him a whole another. So I got the loops, all that, and integrated together. I had a huge track. And then I wanted Lego, and I got a bunch of Lego for a few years. Wanted to be an architect. So I guess they were, fueling that desire, whatever. No, I can't think of a Christmas where I got sold out and really didn't get what I wanted, unless it was something silly like a Porsche 911.
Yeah, no, same. If I asked for like a horse or something, I wasn't getting that.
Right.
But Santa was bringing me everything else. And I grew up in a great era for Christmas because, I grew up when Nintendo was kind of coming up. Like I got all the systems, but before that, I still appreciated some of the toys, man. Like Hot Wheels, Transformers. Like I was also in a really good era for the physical toys.
Yeah. What were the, let's see, the 3 things that I missed? Basically, Mario, if you're my age or younger, you play video games, you are savvy on social media, and oh boy, how do I say this? I guess I don't like doing the TNA type stuff on this show. I'm not trying to get that going, but I'm just telling you, just a fact. If you're my age or younger, you play video games, you're on social media, and you used condoms in college. If you're my age or older, you didn't play video games, you're not savvy on social media, and you thought like condoms were for Europeans.
In your era, that was a lot more dangerous too. I feel like.
Well, I think it apparently was, but I wasn't trying to make I hate even saying it because it's sort of crass.
Yeah.
But I don't go there. I never went with the nudity thing, the TNA, or midgets or any of this crazy crap on radio. I don't know. I just never did. Strip joint, all this. Not in any of that stuff.
Corey Stern.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Howard Johnson.
I just whatever, to each his own. But FM Zoo shows, all that. I mean, I just, I never. There's enough content out there. I don't need to go there. So I don't even like saying condoms.
Yeah.
How ridiculous is that?
I've been on those kind of shows before.
Anyway, but it's but no. I mean, some folks just all they do is embrace it.
Yeah.
And then what I don't get are in your era, Mario, these folks that are on like talk radio that are in your era feel so compelled, like, wow, I'm off talk radio. There's no FCC, that covers my podcast, no rules or regulations restricting my podcast. So two things are going to happen. I'm going to drink whiskey on the air and get drunk as hell before the podcast ends, coupled with increased cursing as I get more drunk. Just a lot of cursing and getting drunk. I don't get it.
Yeah, no, it's similar to kind of like the comedy industry, if you think about it, because before you had to be more politically correct to be in movies and stuff like that. But in this podcast era, you can kind of say whatever you want.
You may have had to be more politically correct on the surface.
But still, you can make like racist jokes and stuff and people won't get as mad. But if you cross a line or you're a certain level of distasteful, then yeah, you're going to lose an audience.
I don't get why someone that has an opinion like me that does talk radio can assume they can get blank face, just intoxicated, hammered, and curse a lot, and that's going to make the show more viable. I'm lost on that. I can't imagine being intoxicated helps your train of thought. I mean, you're going to be more focused.
Nah, you know where I are into that, but I guess there's a market of people.
No. There obviously is a market for it. People are drinking the whiskey and they push the whiskey and they smoke their cigars, and I just don't get all that. I'm lost on that.
Really a younger crowd too, like the Barstool crowd and stuff. They're marketing to like 17-year-olds.
No, I guess so. I guess it is. It's obviously way younger than my demo, and the last thing I want to be is like, pull up your pants, Sonny. What's this music you guys are listening to? I don't want to be that kind of thing.
No, exactly. Like now I might find it distasteful. I'm not going to lie, but like 14 years ago, I might have been like, oh yeah, he's drinking.
No, I thought Rowdy Piper was funny on wrestling 30 years ago, but
Shawn Michaels is a menace, dude.
Oh, wow.
He was like that.
Anyway, I just don't get on radio, you're one thing. On the podcast, you get hammered and curse and smoke cigars. Strictly because of the FCC. If the FCC went around, I'd get hammered and smoke cigars on the radio. Oh, it's weird. Anyway, Corey Johnson with you. This is just kind of a bummer. We'll come back on the other side with this one. It's not a major bummer like Christmas time bummer, like get all depressed. Just the state auditor, Mike Wagaspak, had to get with FEMA to secure an extension of money to fix roads in Orleans Parish. I mean, this is from like 20 years ago. And all the city's done is get extension after extension after extension. This is another one. And I'll just tell you why. I mean, besides the dysfunction and the irresponsibility of it, it goes a lot deeper than that. This is like an economic engine that was missed. This was, the timeliness or the lack of timeliness because of inflation, and then a really increase in expenses the last 5, 6, 7 years since the pandemic has even exacerbated it more. It's sinful behavior by the elected officials in the city of New Orleans, going back to Ray Nagin, Mitch Landrieu. LaToya Cantrell probably handled it better than any of the three, and she didn't handle it well.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We do in all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets.
When you need a new fence or automatic gate at your property or place of business, anywhere in Metro New Orleans, you got to see the Fence Man. For over 20 years, the Fence Man has been taking care of residential and commercial customers affordably and reliably. The Fence Man uses only the highest quality materials and products, whether wood, aluminum, or chain link. for fences and automatic gates, you got to see the Fence Man. TheFenceman-NewOrleans.com. Artificial turf custom golf putting greens. Beautiful, functional, zero maintenance. Call New Orleans' own LGD Lawn and Landscapes and get your free estimate.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's called more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again. Ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now.
Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters. Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Real New Orleans conversation.
No place like New Orleans.
Corey Johnson.
Yeah, you right. Thanks so much for joining us. Christmas week continues. Boy, the opposite of Christmas. This is just sinful behavior by the city of New Orleans on so many levels. Katrina comes to New Orleans. The levees break. Flood walls collapse. 80% of the city goes underwater. Finally, like a month later, when pretty much all of the city is drained, city starts working with FEMA, the feds, to try to secure funding to rebuild the city. Nothing wrong with that. The Submerged Streets program, I'll never forget that. The Submerged Streets, New Orleans streets were just perfect, like marble, like a runway for a plane to land on. Then they went underwater and all these potholes popped up and the streets just went to crap. It's they were pretty crappy before. So we pull this gimmick, this kind of, I don't want to say scam, but kind of this wink, wink, look the other way. Submerged streets, the flooded water, the streets being underwater for a few weeks. It wrecked the streets. It caused problems, sinkholes and potholes. The streets were really good in New Orleans before that. So we pull that sort of BS gimmick and the feds go along with it. I mean, the Submerged Streets program was essentially a farce. But I'm not complaining. I'll take the money. But New Orleans streets were messed up before they went underwater 20 years ago. The feds give us a few $1 billion with a B. What a gift. Think about this. Not only do we get to fix our streets all over the city that are, decades and decades of neglect and lack of maintenance for decades and decades, some over half a century of neglect and no maintenance. So not only do we get to fix the streets, we get to spur the economy. Hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of jobs created with a few $1 billion to rebuild hundreds of miles of streets in Orleans Parish. So New Orleans gets this free chunk of change. Here's the money, a ridiculous amount, way more than the city deserved, than we deserved from the feds. More than enough, covering the damage from the storm, streets being submerged, and then so much more. And what does New Orleans do? In typical fashion, unorganized, inefficient, no sense of urgency. They don't know how to set up a system to spend the money, much less getting the project started. Friggin' mind-blowing. Only an unorganized, dysfunctional city wouldn't pounce on this money and the jobs that would be created immediately. New Orleans sits on its ass, and by New Orleans dragging its feet, regular inflation coupled with the last few years, post-coronavirus crisis, everything's more expensive, skyrocketing costs. It is priced once viable projects either going way up in costs or being eliminated entirely. Now the FEMA deadline is here, yet another deadline after multiple extensions. And of the latest $1.7 billion in money for street repairs in Orleans Parish alone, about $500 million hasn't been spent, and it needs to be spent by next week. So the state auditor, Michael Wagasback, comes in. He's asking FEMA for an extension. Apparently, they're going to give us 6 more months till the end of June. But it's not enough time, and there's still not a definitive plan on how to attack these projects and spend the money. And the costs have risen, and the money allocated is not. Many projects won't happen now. No, like I said, it's just sinful. No, a recap. NOLA gets billions for roads, doesn't do anything with it. Costs rise. FEMA deadlines approach. NOLA starts projects too late, asks for extension after extension. FEMA reluctantly agrees. Original dollars allocated won't cover costs. Many projects get canceled, downsized, or done one project at the cost of maybe 2 others by now. Sinful behavior by the city of New Orleans. There are many examples of this post-Katrina. I mean, too many to think of. Like Municipal Auditorium. About 20 years ago, 18 years ago, FEMA awarded the city $42 million to redo the Municipal Auditorium. And you could have redone the Municipal Auditorium, everything. New roof, windows, AC, electrical, plumbing, new seats, paint, everything brand new, basically. But now, it's 18 years later. Basically, nothing's been done until recently. And what would have cost $42 million 18 years ago, today's like a $200+ million deal. Like 4 or 5 times the cost. And the $42 million that was secured put a new roof on the building to stop the water intrusion, 16, 17, 18 years later, and then basically gutted the building and mothballed it. But nothing beyond that, not putting it into use at all, just sort of securing the building. 18 years ago, it would have fixed the building. Problem solved. We'd be still having a wonderful municipal auditorium that we've been, enjoying for probably 15 years now. Instead, time, inflation, costs have gone up. It's 18 years later. FEMA's not allocating, you didn't spend the 42, it's going to cost 242 to get it done. We'll give you a couple hundred more million. No, they're not. So the 42 million we used just to secure the building. No, we got overpaid on so much stuff. Like Charity Hospital, old Charity Hospital. The basement flooded. Some generators went down. Some windows were blown out. There obviously was wind damage to that, brick, what house, just an Art Deco concrete structure not going anywhere. I don't know exact numbers, but the real numbers are tens of millions of dollars. Like for charity, like 25, 40, 50 million, something like that. We got $500 million, $500 million. Thank God, I'll take the money. The feds have screwed us on offshore royalties and a bunch of other things. So I'll take the money. They allocated it. We asked for it. They allocated it. We all know it's kind of a sham. It's sort of BS. We'll take it. Hell, that $500 million we got for charity. We built the, VA hospital and charity hospital off Tulane, off Canal Street in Galvez. But, we got probably 10 times what we should have gotten for that. Submerged roads. I mean, the amount of money, individuals, you, me, everybody that we receive, FEMA grants, funds, all kind of stuff, road home, raise your house, all kind of stuff. Insurance claims on top of that. No, just kind of, we blew it. You know what the worst part of all this is? Around 06, 07, 08, we had a major recession in America. And the private money never came to New Orleans. I remember post-Katrina, there were about a dozen, I'm not like 3 or 4, like 10 or 12 major condo tower projects all over Metro New Orleans, all over Orleans Parish and beyond. The North Shore, Jefferson Parish, condo towers everywhere. I'm trying to think, like, did any of them get built? No, because it was all private money. It was going to come rolling in. The banks were going to lend. They were ready to go. A lot of people were bullish on New Orleans. It's going to recover. It's such a great city. This is its turning point. No, we got billions and billions in insurance money, billions and billions in FEMA and federal money. And it probably would have been even more than that, whatever that total is. 30, 40, 50 billion. I have no idea what it is. I mean, the levies were 14 billion alone. The private sector money would have been more, and we got almost zero. New Orleans would be an entirely different city today. An entirely different city if there wasn't that recession. It crushed the private sector money invested in the city. It crushed it. Can't think of any condo towers that got built that were scheduled to be built. And that's just condo towers. How much other stuff do you think people were interested in bringing to New Orleans? Manufacturing industry, all kind of stuff. Just the money, it all dried up. No private sector money, like almost zero post-Katrina. No, but the biggest sin, I shouldn't say the biggest sin, a giant sin that we're still dealing with this, this money to redo roads and streets in New Orleans. And yeah, going into that last break, you heard me right. LaToya Cantrell probably handled it better than her two previous, the two previous mayors. C. Ray Nagin should have spent a lot of the money getting a bunch of projects not only completed, but a bunch more that would have just faded into the Mitch Landrieu administration, and he should have completed them all. And LaToya Cantrell shouldn't have been spending any road money because it didn't exist. C. Ray Nagin and Mitch Landrieu took care of it. Instead, I want to say C. Ray Nagin did zero, none, spent very, very, very little on roads. If you remember, the drainage projects in Uptown, I think you Uptown folks remember, supposed to be one at a time, like Britannia Street first, then Jefferson Avenue, then Napoleon, then Louisiana. Ray Nagin sitting on his you-know-what, head up his you-know-where, did nothing. And then at the end, because FEMA money was going to expire, weren't going to get the money, they did all 4 projects at the same time, making Uptown just a quagmire, disaster. Businesses going out of business, just other businesses that survived suffering greatly. Terrible. No, that was Nagin fixing sewage and drainage, but no roads. Then Mitch Landrieu, I think, spent 2% of the money fixing roads, 2%. And LaToya Cantrell spent a lot more, but still dysfunctional, inefficient. The left hand doesn't know what the right's do, and on and on and on. No, besides fixing our roads, it was a huge economic engine. A lot of people would be employed, and shockingly, this free money, dysfunctional, broken New Orleans, dropped the ball tremendously. Coming right back.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Isn't it time to have that dream backyard you've always wanted? LGD Lawn and Landscapes can make it happen with artificial turf installation. Synthetic turf gives you the look and feel of natural grass. You get a beautiful lawn without the ongoing expenses of maintenance and no puddles, meaning you won't be tracking grass or dirt into the house. Let LGD come to your house and give you a free estimate. NOLALGD.com. Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again, ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now. Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
It's Corey Johnson on the neutral ground.
Roll call.
Kenner, Metairie, Harahan, River Ridge, Algiers, Gretna, Harvey, Terrytown, West Wego. We got you covered.
Yes, we do, all over Metro New Orleans and beyond. Check us out on those social media platforms like right here on X, a.k.a. Twitter. Follow me at Corey Johnson. It doesn't cost anything, and you can check out the program on your smartphone, tablet, pad, computer, wherever you're checking out X or Twitter. 4 to 6 o'clock weekdays. We're also on YouTube Live. The Neutral Ground with Corey Johnson on YouTube. Click to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't cost nothing. Check us out on your smartphone, tablet, pad, computer, wherever you're checking out YouTube. I love YouTube. I listen to music off of YouTube. I check out all kind of stuff. It could be Howard Hughes testifying to Congress 100 years ago almost, 80 years ago, 90 years ago. It could be Jack Nicklaus hitting a 1-iron and hitting the stick at Pebble Beach at the U.S. Open. It could be anything and everything. Music I like, all of that. YouTube's great.
You know, YouTube's the second largest search engine in the world behind Google.
YouTube is?
Yes.
I love it, man. And what's not to like?
Exactly. You could find anything like bad stuff, wholesome stuff, whatever you want.
And it's got my mix, it's got a little AI where it understands what I listen to and like. suggestions are right online.
Yeah, the algorithm's good
Yeah,
too.
I do Bluetooth it in the car and just go to YouTube and play my music. It's great. I don't even have premium, I don't think, Mario. I might have premium for the show, but I don't like I use it. I pay for it and I could use it personally and not have commercials, but I just deal with the commercials.
Yeah, we could work around it. I get YouTube TV during the football season, but only during the football season.
Nice. Yeah, you're right. Christmas week, a mild Christmas week. But don't fret. Next week will be very cold. A wintry mix coming next week. Yeah, this week, all the way through Monday, 60s and 70s. 60s to mid 70s. Next week, high 30s to 50s. High 30s to 50s. So like generally speaking, high-low temperature, about a 30-degree temperature decrease, about 30 degrees, generally speaking, this week to next week. 60 to 77 through Monday, 30s to 50s next week. I like that, to be honest with you. Christmas, would I rather it be cold? Sure, but New Year's will be cold. 30s and 40s, we're going to get a real taste of winter. I think it works out perfectly. Mild one week, chilly and nippy the next. Yeah, the state auditor helped secure another extension of FEMA funds for road projects in Orleans Parish, which are so desperately needed. Now, it just blows me away. We get all this free money and we don't immediately pounce on it. My God, what a godsend. New Orleans, this, infrastructure riddled, just lack of infrastructure improvements, lack of maintenance, major infrastructure needs, just the city just riddled the streets with potholes and sinkholes and major problems. And we get billions to fix our streets. Now, the billions we got to fix the public school buildings, we did a damn good job with that. Now, was some of it probably spent inefficiently, ineffectively? Did some people probably scam some cash? I'm sure, yes. But no city, no municipality, I don't think a state in America has ever invested $2 billion in public school buildings, maybe like on a university campus or campuses, but not on one parish, one county, their public school buildings. New Orleans has over $2 billion with a B in new public school buildings or incredibly redone historic old buildings brought back to new. $2+ billion. We have the most modern, newest school buildings in America still to this day overall. No school district has newer, more modern buildings, the number of them, the money spent than New Orleans to this day. So we kind of, I don't know, we did by accident. It was a mistake. The charter school system, not having the Orleans Parish Public School Board handling, I don't know what happened, but we did a pretty damn good job with that money, getting the job done. The streets, a terrible job. And such a need to fix streets, such a need. We get this gift, just this freebie, all this free money, billions with a B. I mean, should have pounced on it with a sense of urgency. Let's fix these streets before the feds change their mind. Let's make sure we're ahead of every deadline. In case there are any overruns, let's get our reputation right so we can ask for more money if we need to fix even more. Let's go fast. Let's get it done. And here's the kicker, the best part. This is going to spur on our economy. It's like a Fortune 500 company coming in town. We're going to hire a bunch of people. We're going to spend $1.7 billion on road projects. That's thousands of employees, white collar, blue collar, engineering jobs, all kind of money. Blew it, messed it up. Now we're just scrambling. It's probably a bunch of folks just moving in from out of town, knocking out the job and leaving. Terrible. Really sinful. Sinful. We have a bad rep with that. The Poland Avenue Naval Air Station. It was a federal building. It was a naval support facility. It has about 1 million square feet of office space. The same amount of office space is like one Shell Square. Same amount of office space is like Place St. Charles. Now, it was Class C probably. shag carpeting, some green carpet, paneling on the walls, all that. But it was climate controlled. It was obviously air conditioned and heated. It was maintained. It wasn't falling apart. It wasn't in disrepair. Was it modern and brand new? No, but it was functional. The Fed said, we're closing the Naval Air Base. Then the Fed stayed there and, slowly started, shutting down offices. And then the Fed stayed there with like MPs to protect the investment. And then the Fed said, hey, City of New Orleans, we're giving you these buildings. We're just handing them over to you. And this was Mitch Landrieu's administration. Instead of Mitch Landrieu, like putting a police substation at the least, if not a police headquarters in that building, moving some city offices that are in some moldy, mildew, crappy building or trailer post-Katrina. Have them move into this building that's not brand new and modern, but it's totally functioning. The air conditioning and the AC works. It's been maintained. The opposite. The city doesn't even put security guards there. Vandals start breaking in. All of a sudden, they start stealing everything copper, all the wiring, AC equipment, breaking windows, living in there, burning it up. Now it's all just, it's blight now. Thank goodness somebody's going to come in and redo it because the bones are solid. But just sinful how this gift is given to the city and we don't take advantage of it when we needed it and let it go into disrepair. No, New Orleans needs to be slapped around sometimes. Don't move. 5 o'clock powwow is next. More positive vibe.
With Corey Johnson on TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
It's 5 p.m.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. My Sittu, that's Arabic for grandmother, used to make the best football kibbe. You can experience kibbe just like my grandmother used to make, and so many other Middle Eastern favorites on the streetcar line. Lebanon's Cafe.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamar team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamar Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots.
When you need a new fence or automatic gate at your property or place of business, anywhere in Metro New Orleans, you got to see the Fence Man. For over 20 years, the Fence Man has been taking care of residential and commercial customers affordably and reliably. The Fence Man uses only the highest quality materials and products, whether wood, aluminum, or chain link. For fences and automatic gates,
you got to see the Fence Man. thefenceman-neworleans.com.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again. Ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now.
Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Yeah, you right. Corey Johnson back at you. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. And Merry Christmas. It's Christmas week. Merry Christmas, New Orleans and beyond. It's the giving season. Give generously. So nice to give gifts. It's great to receive, but giving gifts is nice. Buddy of mine gave me a great gift today. A T-shirt from his native country, Guatemala. His mommy brought it back. I love that. Just that the T-shirt's cool to begin with, but the fact that it's from Guatemala, not from the T-shirt shop down the street or, internet device, makes it a lot better, more special. It's nice to give. Hey, I got a great gift for you, like to give. Give just a little bit of your money to the Humane Society of Louisiana. Let's save some animals, cats and dogs and kittens and puppies. HumaneLA.org is the website. HumaneLA.org. Please go to that website right now and give $5, $10, $20, $50, $100, $250, $500, $1,000. Please. HumaneLA.org. Jeff Dorson and his crew will save cats and dogs and kittens and puppies and horses and goats and all kind of animals. HumaneLA.org. 77 degrees today, sunny and nice, like pork fried rice. Basically, through Monday, 60 degrees roughly when we wake up. Might be 58, 59, 60, 61. That's South Shore. Little cooler on the North Shore. Through Monday, we wake up around 60 degrees, peaks out 75, 76, 77, like right now. That's the high. That's till Monday. Then about a 30-degree temperature drop. We wake up, it'll be high 30s instead of like high 50s or around 60. And then we'll peak out like in the 50s instead of like the mid 70s. So a 25, 30-degree temperature drop. We go from ridiculously mild, hey, I'm going to the beach house, to, hey, it's winter in New Orleans. So the best of both worlds. Enjoy the mild weather through Christmas. And then next week, we get a little wintry mix. Yeah, you right. 5 o'clock powwow this afternoon brought to you by the Fence Man. When you need a fence or an automatic gate for your home, business, any property, you got to see the Fence Man. New Orleans own. Over 20 years of fence and gate building experience. Affordable, reliable service, personalized designs, using only the finest materials and craftsmanship. The Fence Man. For all your backyard, residential, or commercial fencing or gate needs, automatic gates, you got to see the Fence Man. TheFenceman-NewOrleans.com. Check them out online. TheFenceman-NewOrleans.com. Fence Man's putting up a fence in my backyard. TheFenceman-NewOrleans.com. Yeah, you right. Got to see the fence, man. Mario Brothers, a.k.a. Latin X. Fielding your phone calls, 766-9480. 766-9480. You can always check out the program on social media, on Twitter, on YouTube. Speaking of Twitter, X posted some videos. I was by Lakeside today. I was jonesing for a little bolognese pasta, and hard to find in New Orleans, believe it or not. Maybe a half dozen places that have it. It's a pretty good version. I mean, I can't speak for the rest of the restaurant and the menu, honestly. But that kind of chain wannabe, it's a standalone, but they want to be a chain, I think. That A Tavolo Italian joint by P.F. Chang's by Lakeside, they've got a good ziti bolognese. Ziti pasta, bolognese, little meat sauce, put some cheese on it. Pretty good. I just I'm going to go get some of that. And then I'm beelining down Causeway, carefree, and then I hit Causeway by I-10 towards Lakeside. And I get through that, and then I come over the I-10 bridge on Causeway, and it's bumper to bumper. The Vets exit backed up all the way onto the bridge. The, Causeway, heading towards the Causeway Bridge, North Causeway Boulevard, bumper to bumper, over the overpass over Vets. Like before the overpass over Vets, the exit to get to Vets, backed up to there, bumper to bumper. So I posted a little video, unless you have to knock out some Christmas shopping, avoid this area. I didn't get into my particulars. I made the mistake, going to go by Lakeside to get pasta 2 days before Christmas. Not a good call. It's a traffic cluster, you know what. Unless you have to go there or you need to be in that area, have some patience. It's very trafficy, obviously. Like I'm telling you something you don't know. Causeway and Vets by Lakeside. I would think Vets in between Bonneville and Transcontinental's very congested right now, hard to get around. Just a lot of retail on that street. Speaking of retail and speaking of posting videos on X, the other day I was by Lillette on Magazine and just was blown away by the street scene there. I ended up stopping my car, getting out and shooting some video. It was so vibrant. Cars driving by, of course, but lots of people in this video, probably 50 people in a minute video. And then, you really, if you zoom in and look down the street, you really even see more people. Magazine Street is special. Speaking of shopping, I mentioned Art and Eyes for sunglasses, prescription glasses. There are hundreds of shops and boutiques and stores and restaurants from Henry Clay, almost like Audubon Park, on Magazine, all the way to practically downtown, where Magazine hits camp. It's about a 3.5 mile stretch. Just block after block of shops, stores, restaurants, bars, all kind of stuff. It's incredible. I don't know if there's another street in America like Magazine Street, all those mom and pop shops and stores. 3.5 miles worth from essentially Audubon Park to practically downtown. From Audubon Park to the Irish Channel, the Lower Garden District. From Henry Clay to Camp Street on Magazine. Just incredible. So walkable, so much stuff, so much unique stuff, from antiques to even some retail chain stores that are known nationwide. Little bit of everything. What an incredible street. Yeah, you right. Tuesday afternoon edition of the program. Corey Johnson with you. The U.S. Supreme Court will not allow the Trump administration to deploy National Guard troops to Chicago. Just today, Governor Jeff Landry announced that the Trump administration is sending 350 National Guard troops to New Orleans. I posted maybe not. Not so fast, Governor Jeff Landry. The U.S. Supreme Court won't allow the Trump administration to deploy National Guard troops to Chicago. What makes Jeff Landry assume that it will be legal, admissible for the Trump administration to send National Guard troops to New Orleans? 766-9480 is how you dial us up. 766-9480. The Epstein files, a lot more released. Photos, documents, 30,000 pages. The Department of Justice releasing some Epstein file stuff. I don't know if any like atom bomb's going to drop. I think we all know that Bill Clinton and Donald Trump were friends with Epstein, flew on the plane. You know what they did. I don't know as far as like kids and all that crap, but we know they were acquaintances at the very least, if not friends. Too many pictures, too many times together, Clinton and Trump. But I don't think there's going to be anything that we don't know. I'd be shocked if there's stuff we don't know. Will we learn a little bit more than like the release of the JFK files? No doubt. JFK files, I told you, don't expect anything. I mean, it's like this UFO stuff. Don't expect anything. Same thing with the Epstein files. Yeah, you right. Corey Johnson with you. 766-9480. 766-9480. Can't even read my own writing, Mario Brothers. Oh, the River Parishes bonfires. Barely could read that. Yeah, they're going to be lighting those bad boys tomorrow night. The guide for Santa. There's some bonfires. It's Cajun country. It's the River Parishes. It's Metro New Orleans. Let me get down there with my sleigh and reindeer and take care of all the kids, even the ones that were naughty. Boy, Mario Brothers, a.k.a. Latinx, Zion Williamson coming off the bench doing it again. We had like 28 the other night, 24 last night. The Pels have won 5 straight all of a sudden.
Yeah, they're looking good, man. Borrego's doing a really good job since he took over. And at first, the numbers were looking better, but now the wins are coming.
All right, here's one for you, Mario, that you can post. Here's one for you. Don't get flaky Pelican fans. You want Zion Williamson to come off the bench to start. You want him to be successful. You want to be saying, that's the Zion Williamson we want. That's the Zion Williamson that's really good. That's the Zion Williamson that's playing like an all-star. You want all this to happen. What am I saying? Don't be flaky. Don't start thinking you want him on the team now. You want the Pelicans to trade Zion Williamson. You want him to be the NBA Player of the Month. You want to see Zion Williamson do things he's never done in a Pelicans uniform, and you want to trade him. It's year 7. He's often injured. He'll be injured again, no doubt. Go with the percentages. Don't get flaky. Don't sell out. It's time to trade Zion Williamson. The better he plays, the potential more the Pels get.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Francesca Deli and Pizzeria has over 15 specialty sandwiches, a big 10-ounce burger, and some of the best pizza in New Orleans. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet. Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line. Lebanon's Cafe.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Trey Yen in Mandeville. A New Orleans tradition for over 40 years. Serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey in.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City. The vibe of the Crescent City, Corey Johnson.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, sir.
In Metro New Orleans on 93.9 FM and 107.9 FM. Also from Baton Rouge to Pensacola, Florida on 600 AM and 1560.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is not a good way to go through life? Wow. Yeah, you right. 5 o'clock power hour. 766-9480 is how you dial us up. 766-9480. This is crazy, but sadly typical with the city of New Orleans. The state auditor, Mike Wagaspack, had to go to FEMA, to the feds, and request yet another extension for these road projects that FEMA awarded the city of New Orleans like $1.7 billion like 20 years ago. After Katrina, 17, 18 years ago, the city is just extension after extension after extension. Ray Nagin spent none of the money. Mitch Landrieu, I think, spent 2%. I mean, LaToya Cantrell's done a horrible job with it, but she at least tried to spend the money and do some road projects. Mitch Landrieu and C. Ray Nagin didn't at all. Now, she didn't do a good job with it, but we get $1.7 billion. Inflation every year. We're not doing anything. Now, coronavirus crisis, huge spike in expenses. Everything's much more expensive. It's like inflation on steroids. So the $1.7 billion, I'm just making up numbers. Today, it's probably $3 billion in road projects. The feds aren't giving us any more money. We're lucky to get these extensions we keep getting over and over again. So once again, this time it's state auditor Mike Wagaspack going to FEMA and securing another extension, saving our rear ends. No, it's really sinful behavior because on too many levels. The Submerged Streets program was essentially a farce. The streets were messed up. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'll take the money. But the New Orleans streets were messed up before they went underwater 20 years ago. So the feds give us a few $1 billion with a B. What a gift. Not only do we get to fix our streets, but we get to spur the economy locally, employ a bunch of people. It's incredible. It's like a Fortune 500 company or two. And what does New Orleans do with the free money in typical fashion? Unorganized, inefficient. They don't even know how to set up a system to spend the free money. Only an unorganized, dysfunctional city wouldn't pounce on that money and create jobs immediately for the citizens. New Orleans sits on its ass, and by New Orleans dragging its feet, regular inflation, as I said, coupled with the last few years where prices have soared, has priced out once viable projects. Now the FEMA deadline's here. The feds are going to give us an extension, but it's not enough time, and there's still not a definitive plan on how to attack these projects and spend the money. And costs have risen, and the money allocated is not. Many projects won't happen. A recap. NOLA gets billions for roads, doesn't do anything with it. Costs rise. FEMA deadlines approach. NOLA starts projects too late. Ask for extensions. FEMA reluctantly agrees. Original dollars allocated won't cover costs. Many projects canceled. Just not the way to do things. But that's New Orleans. And State Auditor Mike Wagasback got an extension, it looks like, till June 30th, 6 months, not enough time. And then he's already lining up to ask for another extension. Of the 1.7 billion, I think like 1.2 billion has been spent. There's still $500 million left, and it needs to be spent. The deadline was next week, needed to be spent by next week. It's a 6-month extension. $500 million needs to be spent by the end of June. And it's impossible to do it. FEMA will extend the deadline, $500 million unspent. We'll see how it goes. But it is sinful. New Orleans gets a lot of free stuff, and we're a dysfunctional, broken city with a bad economy, poor infrastructure, high crime, poor public schools, and we don't take the money and run with it most of the time. Terrible. Yeah, I mentioned Governor Jeff Landry today said 350 National Guard troops are coming to New Orleans. 350. The U.S. Supreme Court won't allow Trump's administration to deploy National Guard troops to Chicago. So I don't know what the situation is with the 350 that Governor Jeff Landry mentioned. Don't know if that's going to happen or not. 766-9480 is the phone number. 766-9480. Warm all week through Christmas, through the weekend, into next week, like Monday. And then dramatic change. We'll go from like 60s and 70s to like 30s, 40s, and 50s starting next week. We go from mild, almost summer-like weather to definitely winter weather next week, a lot colder. And that's good because Christmas week's mild. New Year's week will be cold. We need it. It's December. Can't keep this mild stuff up forever. It's Tuesday. It's Christmas week. How about Trey Yen tonight for dinner? How about a couple of incredible seafood dishes? The whole speckled trout or the whole flounder. Local fresh fish. Some of the best eating fish in the world. Speckled trout and flounder from waters outside of Metro New Orleans. The Wong brothers, when I say whole speckled trout, whole flounder, they take the fish and they leave the head and tail intact. They debone it. So you have both fillets. They season it, marinate it. They flash fry it to perfection. I'm telling you, just fantastic. You could eat it just like that. But they're just getting started. Ladles and ladles of their signature tong cho sauce. It's sweet and spicy. It's so damn good. You get both fillets with the tong cho sauce. It's one of the best fish entrees in the city of New Orleans. It's tong cho speckled trout or tong cho flounder, only at Trey Yen in Mandeville. So damn good. That tong cho sauce, their signature sauce, I mean, the sweet and sour, the hot mustard, all homemade, of course. It's not coming out of a Cisco barrel. And there's no MSG at Trey Yen. 0 MSG. No MSG in the food at Trey Yen. But that tong cho sauce, that signature sauce, is good on anything. Like wontons, like spring rolls or egg rolls, like the butterfly shrimp, like that sliced lean pork, like the little pork ribs. Pork fried rice, combination fried rice. The tong cho sauce is special at Trey Yen in Mandeville. Yummy. Corey Johnson with you. A sunny, nice Tuesday afternoon. Heading towards nighttime now. It's dusky in Metro New Orleans. It's officially dusk. Dusk. I'm going to emphasize the K, Mario Brothers, a.k.a. Latinx. Dusk.
That's such a funny word.
Dusk.
Dusk.
Let's see what dusk means. What was it, sunset?
Yeah, it just means the sunset.
That's what's going to say. I think it's more than the sunset. I think.
Dusk till dawn.
Well, yeah. I think it's. I think it's going to have something to do with like. Something to do with this. I mean, it's not the sun setting. It's sort of that sort of not night yet and not daytime.
Okay.
In between.
All right, we'll find out. I'm always looking for new play.
The darker stage of twilight grows dark, shadowy, dimmer, dark. the darker stage of twilight. So
the sun is still up.
yeah, that's twilight definition. I think that would be like the last minute of the sun. A soft glowing light from the sky when the sun is below the horizon caused by the refraction and scattering the sun rays from the atmosphere. So the sun is dropped off the horizon, but it's not gone yet. So that's the edge of twilight is dusk. All right. And we know what dawn is. Mario, do you prefer a sunset or a sunrise?
Probably a sunset, man. Sunsets, you're usually towards the end of the day. You're chilling. It's kind of a more beautiful sight.
Yeah.
I'll go with sunset.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah, the day's winding down, relaxation, the work day's usually done. Sunrise is days starting. Get going.
Yeah. I mean, sunrise can be good too if you're
Yeah.
like on vacation or something, but I don't know. Something about a sunset's just more visually appealing.
No, I love when I go to the beach and I had Tolly and Blue Boy, and you know, the beach is like you can't let dogs out on the beach without a leash. But I'd go out there like 5 a.m. when no one's out there and let the dogs out off the leash. And just I'd right there. They're not going to attack anybody.
Yeah.
I get the law, but there's no one out there. So, and I put them on a leash and get them out of there before anyone's out there. But usually like the sun's coming up, I'll catch the sun coming up on the beach with the ocean crashing against the beach, my dogs. Pretty cool stuff, Mario Brothers. Yep.
Sounds fun.
Yep. Anyway. 766-9480 is how you dial us up. Mario Brothers standing by, fielding your phone calls. Yeah, I posted a couple of videos. The Magazine Street video I posted the other day got tens of thousands of views. Just shooting video of Magazine Street, talking about how incredible it is. 3.5 miles from like Audubon Park to downtown. That stretch from like, let's say Henry Clay through, you know, State Street, Nashville, Jefferson Avenue, Napoleon, Louisiana, Washington, Jackson, down to Camp. That 3.5 mile stretch. Nowhere like it in America. Some folks think nowhere like it in the world. 3.5 miles, a bunch of mom and pop retail, mostly shops, stores, restaurants, so much culture, walkable, incredible. 3.5 miles. Where is there another strip of shops, restaurants, just culture like that anywhere in America, maybe the world? So I posted that video, tens of thousands of views, likes, all that. And then this one, not nearly as popular, but boy, I went accidentally to right by Lakeside, not even thinking. Coming up Causeway Boulevard from River Road, you know, crossing through West Napoleon, West Metairie, all that, and approaching I-10. Come over the up on the I-10 bridge, immediately out on the other side of the bridge, traffic, bumper to bumper on Causeway, and that Vets exit bumper to bumper. If you're a North Shore resident, you're coming from the CBD, I'd exit at Bonneville and take Bonneville to West Esplanade over to Causeway, and then get on the Causeway Bridge, go that way, and avoid the Causeway exit by I-10, by Lakeside Mall. Corey, you dummy. Lakeside, are you kidding me? No, it's not just traffic going to that 17th Street exit on the back end of Lakeside. It's left and right lane. So it's very packed and crowded. Avoid the area unless you have to get to Lakeside to shop, knock out some Christmas. But don't do like I did. Didn't have any Christmas shopping to do. Just accidentally went to that Causeway and Vets area. It's a traffic problem. Yeah, you're right. Merry Christmas. Christmas week in New Orleans.
There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet. Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line. Lebanon's Cafe.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latram.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
If you got to have a fence, you got to see the Fence Man, a locally owned, fully insured fencing company serving the metro New Orleans area for over 20 years. You got to see the Fence Man, thefenceman-neworleans.com.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We do in all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets. The official afternoon talk show of the city of New Orleans. It's Corey Johnson on the Neutral Ground.
You can say anything you please about me, but don't say anything bad about Blue Boy.
Down, Blue Boy. Good buddy. It's all true. Disparage me all you want. Leave Blue Boy out of it. He's out of your league. Boy, that last commercial, Gallagher's 527, so damn good. What are you waiting for, you South Shore folks? You like to dine out. You go to restaurants all the time with friends and family. You like going to the best. Gallagher's 527, at least in my book, top dozen, top 15, top 20 at worst. Best restaurants in New Orleans. I love it. I love Gallagher's 527. You will too. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Two things are going to happen, you South Shore folks that have never been. One, you're going to go, Corey was right. It's fantastic. We love it. It was excellent. And two, you'll be going regularly like I go because it's so damn good. Nothing is bad on the menu. Everything's very good to excellent. The consistency is there. Pat Gallagher's been at this like 40 or 50 years. His place is tremendous. I can't say it enough. Lunch Tuesday through Friday, dinner Tuesday through Saturday. Get to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. The North Shore is already getting over there. You South Shore folks need to get over there. Delicious. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Mario Brothers, a.k.a. Latinx. Mario, I went to one of your favorite restaurants. I'll tell you, I respect like the Chick-fil-A cleanliness. The condiments are nice. I think it's a higher quality fast food than like a Burger King or McDonald's. But and I'm not trying to be critical. First off, I guess health-wise, it's better. It's not fried. I think it's pressure cooked. That's how they cook the chicken at Chick-fil-A. It's not fried. But it is like the sodium capital of the world. It is ridiculously salty. I mean, the chicken is salty, salty, salty. I think that's one of their big gimmicks. They make it very salty to, I was talking about Trey Yen doesn't have any MSG. MSG is basically like a salt. It's like enhances the food flavor because it's salt. Chick-fil-A is so damn salty. Like I have trouble eating Chick-fil-A because it's so salty, and I put salt on stuff. I got the cookie and cream shake. That is like the crack cocaine of shakes. It's so much sugar. And I thought about it, like I Googled it. A Coke, a 12-ounce Coke, I think has 39 grams of sugar, a 12-ounce Coke. This shake has 97 grams of sugar, like more than 2 Cokes worth of sugar. And I thought about the ingredients. There's the ice cream. It's essentially ice cream, but it's called Ice Dream by Chick-fil-A. It's their own proprietary product. It doesn't have as much butter fat as ice cream has. So it can't be called ice cream because it doesn't have the minimum amount of butter fat. But I guess they got rid of the butter fat because if they would have left the butter fat in, no one could eat it. It would have gone like off the charts on like what's bad for you. So they got rid of the butter fat. It's not ice cream. It's Ice Dream. And it's got loads of sugar in it. The cookies and cream that they're added to it, the Oreo type cookies, those are loaded with sugar. The whipped cream they put on the top, loaded with sugar. And then I swear, Mario Brothers, I think they squirt simple syrup, which is sugar water, into the shake. So the 4, delivery systems, the cookies and cream, the ice cream, faux ice cream, the whipped cream, and adding sugar water, the 4 things are all sugar. It's just, so 97 grams of sugar. It's like the crack cocaine of sugar. It is, I took a sip. I'm like, oh my God. And then I'm like, I better eat half of this. I knocked out the whole damn thing. And it's about 800 calories too. So like your daily calorie allotment is supposed to be somewhere around 2,000 for the day. You can't have dessert at Chick-fil-A come out to 800. And then I'm assuming those salty nuggets I ate and the French fries and then a Coke, it's, close to my daily allotment of calories in that meal itself. Yep. You want to figure out, Mario, 12 nuggets from Chick-fil-A, how many calories? How many calories with 12 nuggets at Chick-fil-A? I know the shake's like 800. A Coke's going to be, 200-300. So we're already at like 1,100. The French fries, it's got to be like 300 calories. 380 calories. For the 12 nuggets? All right, so.
The classic is that much. The grilled is 200 to 210
all right.
calories.
So what we got?
The fried is 380 calories.
All right, 380.
Yeah, and then
I know the shake's 800.
Yeah, the grilled nuggets.
Well, how much are the fries? The waffle fries at Chick-fil-A. Order waffle fries. How many calories?
And the fries, let's see, 320 in a small.
320.
Small fry.
And then the Coke's got to be another 300.
I would assume. Let's see. Coke, 16 ounces, 140.
At a Chick-fil-A?
Yeah,
but who gets a 16 ounce?
Yeah.
That cup is.
That's a medium. A large is 310 calories.
There you go. I said 300, 310. Yeah. And what's the shake, just to get that right? I think it's 800. Yeah. 700 to 900, I think is what they said.
See how close you came. To do large chocolate reaches 740 calories.
What's the cookie and cream?
Cookie is 740.
740?
Yeah.
I said 800. So 380 plus 740 is, that's 1020. Another 320 is 1340. And another 310 is 1850.
Yep.
For that meal.
Man, that's so depressing when you count calories in fast food.
No, it's 1,850 calories. The daily allotment of calories you're supposed to eat is about 2,000 a day. Yeah. So if you ate Chick-fil-A for lunch, Chick-fil-A for dinner, you'd be exceeding your calorie count by almost double.
Yeah, double to 10.
No, it's 1,850 for waffle fries, a Coke, 12 nuggets, and a cookie and cream shake. Lunch or dinner at Chick-fil-A, 1,850 calories.
Jeez. See, I'm honestly not a big dessert person. Like, I can't imagine.
I love dessert.
I can't imagine, like, eating something like fast food because I'm going to eat till I'm full because it's delicious, greasy fast food. And then adding another layer of dessert. Like, that's just too.
Yeah. Well, that's.
I guess people
My
say room.
struggle, Mario, I get Bradley Schneller on from Stacked Coaching. He talks fitness and nutrition. My struggle is still not filling up. I have to really proactively think about it to not fill up.
Yeah.
And I can't do it with gimmicks like smaller plates, smaller portions. How I do it, well, I shouldn't say that. I go smaller portions. Just in my mind, I know, like today, I went to A Tavolo and had that ziti bolognese. I ate about 80% of it. I used to knock out the whole thing. I could knock out the dinner portion. Still can. This is a smaller lunch portion. I only ate 80%. It's more than I need. So I try not to like bloat out and fill up. I'm a New Orleanian. I like to eat, so I eat until I fill up. Now I don't. I'll go to like a restaurant like Clancy's, and I know I want that lemon icebox pie for dessert. So I'll only eat like 75% of my entree maybe and bring the rest home or something like that. Or split it with someone or something because I want the dessert. No, I'm the opposite, Mario. I kind of don't fill up on the regular stuff so I can have dessert, especially at like a good restaurant that I'm craving some dessert they have. But no, I'm a sugar freak. I used to eat M&Ms like 5 times a week. I drink probably a 12-pack or more of Coke a week.
Yeah.
So a few Cokes a day, bag of M&Ms like at least every other day, like a chocolate bar, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, I'd put a donut in front of me. I'm going to eat it. I lived right down the street when I lived in the Carrollton section of Uptown. That bakery is right down the street that has since closed. I mean, all these homemade pastries are going there and be like $28. I'm like, what did I just buy? Did they just say $28? It's like, yeah, I got 2 donuts. I got the, chocolate cake. I got the pecan pie. It's just ridiculous. And the bakeries we have in New Orleans are incredible. We have so many great French bakeries. It's unbelievable. But Mario, I've talked about this before. That it's like crack cocaine of popcorn, that Smart Pop or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
Smart Food, that black bag, that white cheddar popcorn.
Yeah, it's good.
It tastes like you're at the movie theater.
It does. It's good.
But, it's not healthy, I don't think, necessarily. There's so much cheese in it. And you can knock out that little bag, and that's 300 calories. When they say 75 calories, it's like a fourth of the bag. Yeah. Who's eating a fourth of the bag? It's like 20 pieces of popcorn.
My one complaint about that brand of popcorn is it's very like crispy, or there's a lot of like loose stuff, I guess, because there's always stuff stuck in my teeth.
Oh, are you kidding me? That is a problem. No, it's very fresh and crispy. They put in this like airlocked bag, but there are lots of little broken pieces. And then there's somewhere I'm like, am I suing for like a broken tooth? Some people must get, some pieces are hard. I have to like spit them out. I'm like, I'm not swallowing that piece of corn.
Yeah.
I don't see how they don't have like lawsuits with people like broken teeth.
Yeah, that's happened to me too, man. I'm surprised they haven't had a lawsuit.
No, and you're so right. Like I'll brush and floss, and like the next day, like, holy smokes, it's a piece of kernel from the popcorn I ate yesterday.
More so than movie theater popcorn. Yes.
No, definitely.
It's annoying.
Now, the oil used in movie theater popcorn, huh? A super no bueno.
Man.
Yep. I think it's coconut oil, Mario Brothers.
Coconut oil.
Yes,
like
which is
use on their skin.
Yes. Google it. Let's make sure I'm not in the old school. But I think movie theater, the butter for the popcorn is not butter. I don't know if there's any butter in it. I think it's coconut oil.
Yes, many movie theaters use coconut oil. It's high saturation, gives popcorn a creamy flavor.
Yeah, creamy flavor, and it's absurdly fattening, right?
Oh my God, yeah.
How fattening? It's like a cholesterol clogger, right?
Yeah, it's
but maybe Google that. Is coconut oil healthy to eat? Let's see what that says. Coconut oil on the movie theater popcorn.
It says if you get popcorn with coconut oil, it could be from 500 to anywhere to 800 to 1,000 calories.
500 to 800 to 1,000 calories. Yeah, it's just a ridiculous saturated fat.
Yeah, it's 500 for the small, and then 800 to 1,000 for the big ones.
This Smart Food tastes like that kind of.
Yeah.
But it's a lot less calories.
Man, I could have gone without knowing that. I drenched my popcorn in that.
Oh, I do too. What do you mean? I sometimes I've asked for 2 buckets.
Yeah.
I pour half out, hit the bottom, put the mix it around, add more, shake it around. It all sinks down. I mix it up, and it's even more and worse.
Man, I'm craving some now. I might go down.
Yeah, no, and I have stopped on Britannia before, literally, in front of the Britannia Theater. When the movie's already started, the glass doors are open. I pulled right in front in the fire lane, got out my car, walked in, and got buttered popcorn before and walked right out. Just went to the concession. No, I'm not watching a movie. Just want some concessions. They have ices too. Some M&Ms, some popcorn, and icy. Only runs you $47 at a movie theater. Great deal.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Isn't it time to have that dream backyard you've always wanted? LGD Lawn and Landscapes can make it happen with artificial turf installation. Synthetic turf gives you the look and feel of natural grass. You get a beautiful lawn without the ongoing expenses of maintenance and no puddles, meaning you won't be tracking grass or dirt into the house. Let LGD come to your house and give you a free estimate. NOLALGD.com.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-JC.com, your cool spots. TM-JC.com, your cool spots.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe. Some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab. Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe.
Not an FM disc jockey, not a former politician, Corey Johnson.
You're not the DJ. You're a raconteur. You're a storyteller. You're a griot.
It's true. I think I saw a video. It's like Jose Feliciano doing like a Sting song, and Sting was getting like an award, and Sting didn't seem to appear to like the Jose Feliciano version of his song. It's kind of funny. I mean, he wasn't like making like an ugly face, but he wasn't smiling or into it. That's for sure. And even kind of squinted a few times. Jose Feliciano is an acquired taste, I would say. Anyway, Feliz Navidad, everyone. And Nuevo Años. Is that correct, Mario?
Feliz Nuevo Año, sí.
Yeah. Hey, looking for a great place tonight for dinner with these mild temperatures? How about outdoor dining at Katie's? They've got basically 3 options. They're on the corner of Iberville and Talamacus in Mid-City. That's about 2 blocks behind Angelo Bricato's ice cream joint. So you can approach it from like Bienville, or you can approach it from Canal Street. They've got outdoor dining, like tables running down the side of the building down Telemachus, and they got tables running down the other side of the building on Iberville. So literally you could have like a group of people that are loud on the Iberville side, and you go to Telemachus and you wouldn't even hear them. Then they've got a third outdoor dining option. That's the new patio inside, but you're outside. You got to go through the restaurant though. No, outdoor dining, Katie's does it as well as anyone. Parking right across the street, convenient, easy to get to. A lot of traffic out there with Christmas, heading out to Metairie by Lakeside, not in Mid-City by Katie's tonight for dinner. Outdoor dining while the weather's nice. Make it to Katie's in Mid-City. Next week when you're at Katie's Dining, it'll be indoors. Yeah, we've got like 60 to 77 degrees, waking up to 60 degrees, creeping up to 70 through Monday, through Christmas, through the weekend. Then next week, kaboom goes the dynamite. The temperatures plummet by like 25, 30 degrees. Instead of waking up to like high 50s, maybe 60, we'll wake up in the mid 30s. Instead of high temperatures around 77, we'll peak out in the 50s. So this week, through Christmas, through the weekend, till Monday, 60 to 75. Monday of next week through New Year, 30s, 40s, and 50s. I love it. You know, I've often said history, architecture, food, music, our culture, our people, the strengths of New Orleans. So is our weather. The summer season, better than like, you know, Minneapolis in January. At least you can go outside. You sweat a lot. I mean, January in Minneapolis, you don't want to go outside. You're not doing anything out there. Blizzard-like conditions. And then our non-summer season, like right now, is incredible. Christmas week, 60 to 77. New Year's week, 30s, 40s, and 50s. We get kind of fall, spring, summer like one week for Christmas, and then definitely, you know, a wintry mix the next week for New Year. And speaking of New Year, it's here. Latrim, the global manufacturing giant, is hiring. What are you waiting for? It's New Year's. You want a new job, maybe a new career. Latrim's hiring. They're looking for creative people like you. All kind of shifts, daytime, nighttime, overnight. They got about 1,400 people working at their facility in Elmwood, and they're hiring. For a full listing of positions available, go to latrim.com. Latrim is spelled Laitram, Latrim.com. Change your life. A new job, a new career at Latrim. Incredible. What a great company. So much going on. Mike Wagaspak, the state auditor, helped secure a 6-month extension for FEMA road projects in New Orleans. About $500 million was supposed to be spent by next week. Now we get till June of this year to spend it. It's not enough time. Wagaspak says he'll work on another extension. No, New Orleans dropping the ball on that. That was a gift. Free money, fix roads, and spur the economy, employ a bunch of people. Governor Jeff Landry, just a few hours ago, the Trump administration is going to deploy 350 National Guard troops to New Orleans. And then the U.S. Supreme Court, no connection to this deployment. The U.S. Supreme Court won't allow the Trump administration to deploy National Guard troops to Chicago. So Jeff Landry saying 350 coming to New Orleans. I don't know if that's true or not with this latest U.S. Supreme Court ruling. You know, I wasn't for the National Guard troops coming to the city at first. My point was, we're a tourism city. We're a convention city. It sends out a message like we got a crime problem. It's not a safe city. We have to deploy the National Guard. Do we have a crime problem? Yes. A violent crime problem? Yeah. But it is dramatically decreased, bigger and faster and more significantly than the national average. But that doesn't mean you stop or give up the fight. So that was my original thought. But, you know, I think it's one of my strengths, besides being fair and objective and, you know, don't care, you know, who I offend. If it's the right thing to say, I don't befriend the politicians, the bigwigs. But also, I think a strength of mine is, I when I'm wrong, I can change my mind. And my opinion was, I think with tourists and conventions, it's wrong to have the National Guard troops. It sends a bad message, might scare people away. And then talking to Raphael Goyeneche and others like him that are for it, I think they bring up some good points. Crime decreases dramatically. And the beauty of the National Guard is it frees up the NOPD and Troop NOLA to proactively police. We don't need NOPD, or not as many, walking the beat or standing on a crowded corner in the Quarter or St. Charles Avenue during Mardi Gras, whatever it might be, New Year's in the Quarter. You got 3 National Guard troops with AR-15 rifles, and they're talking to each other. Anyone who's thinking of committing a crime, they see that, they're going to stay away from that area because of those Guard troops' presence. They're not proactively chasing criminals. They're not doing detective work. They're not doing policing, except standing there, kind of walking a beat, standing a beat. And it just sends a message to criminals, stay away. Coupled with it, frees up NOPD and Troop NOLA, like I said, to go after criminals, proactively police. Epstein files, a lot released. I'm sure the national political news outlets from Fox to MSNBC and everything in between, News Nation, all that, they're going to talk about it. But I think kind of like the JFK files released, I don't think moving the needle much. We know Bill Clinton and Donald Trump were both friends with Epstein. That's Blue Boy. What you say, buddy? Christmas week continues. What? Merry Christmas to everyone. Blue Boy, you're such a sweet buddy. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy New Year. Yeah, you're right. Enjoy the mild weather. Next week it gets cold. Merry Christmas, everyone. Blue Boy, down, buddy.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson on TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
It's 6 p.m.